So you said
Can you
that
hear
this
me?
is, yeah, I got you. I can hear you. So talk to me about your current situation. Your initial question was, Donovan, how do I get my ex-girlfriend back? So take me from the beginning here.
So I was with this girl for about 2.5, 3 years, and things were pretty great. She was one of the best girlfriends I've ever had.
Okay.
Like, she was very feminine, submissive. She would like do all the stuff that you want someone to do when you're in a relationship.
Okay.
And I kind of got attached to her over the time because in the beginning I wasn't interested. She was one doing 100% of the calling, texting,
Okay.
pursuing, and all that.
Okay.
So after first year, I kind of like got attached and I started to fall in love, so to
Okay.
speak.
And let me interrupt you there. It's not like you're not a bad person for falling in love with someone after a year. You spend enough time with a woman, if you know, I'm assuming you guys are having sex, you're going to fall in love. This is just how it is. Because guys, I'll tell you something else, Teslo. I've fallen in love with girls I had no business falling in love with, and I paid the price. So don't feel bad about falling in love with a woman you clearly should not have fallen in love with. It's fine. Please
Exactly.
continue.
Because I learned it from my first relationship. Like, I don't like to get super attached to a girl. So in the beginning, I was very careful of who I, you know, get attached to and who I like. I was vetting her. I was
Okay.
trying to see her character. I was seeing if she is compatible and everything aligned perfectly. I thought that I was going to spend the rest of my life with her because of
Okay.
how things were going.
Okay.
And after that, it was great for another year. So it was like 2.5 years. And all of a sudden, she kind of got distant slowly. She would say, I need some me time. I was like, okay.
Okay.
And I wasn't like this insecure, jealous type of person. I
Okay.
was like, I trusted her because she was religious. I was her first boyfriend. I kind of took her virginity, so to speak.
Wait, did you kind of
And
take her virginity or did you take her
yeah,
virginity?
yeah. I was the first guy.
Okay.
So
And you know this to be true. Like the first time you had sex, she bled, you popped her cherry.
yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
think so because she comes from a religious background where they're not allowed to do some things.
Okay. So let me pause you right there. It's
Yeah.
it's dangerous. And I'm assuming this woman, she's an American woman, correct?
Yeah, but
Okay.
her background is from Middle East.
Right. Doesn't matter. Her background, so her nationality, her background, it doesn't matter what her background is.
Okay.
She was born and raised in America. And so she has American sensibilities. Now, if she'd been born or raised in the Middle East, things would be a lot different. So in the future, Tesvlo, when
Mhm.
you meet a woman who was born and raised in the West, this means America, Australia, the UK. It doesn't matter what their nationality is. It doesn't matter what their race is. They have American
Okay.
and Western sensibility. So in the future, if you meet another woman who is Saudi Arabian or from the Middle East, but born and raised in America, just understand that they don't hold the same values as they do in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. So she wanted to get married. She wanted to have a kid and all that. Like, she was thinking of, typical girls saying, I want to settle down and stuff. And I
Okay.
was like, I'm a little bit young, so I want to focus on my career and I want to make some money because at that time
Of
I was
course.
freelancing and I just got out of university, so I was trying to make money, but I wasn't making that much.
Okay.
And she understood that in the beginning. As I said, everything was perfect, but as the time went by, she started growing distant. She told me that um, she doesn't see this working. She said, like, I've
Why did she tell
spent
you
two and
this?
a half.
Why did she tell
She
you
said
this? Oh, go ahead.
she said things are not progressing.
Okay.
That's the first thing she said. Like, things are not progressing forward. I've been with you for 2.5, 3 years, and nothing's going on. Like, and I said, I know, but like, I can't just jump. I can't just leave everything and just be with you and do whatever. Like, there is a time and place for that.
Okay.
So she was, and I tried to make her feel heard and understand. Like, okay, like, things are gonna happen. Just give me some time. I need some time.
Okay.
I don't know if that was the reason, but that's what she told me. And after that, she complained like, I met you when I was 20 or 21,
Okay.
and it's been so long, and we're still here. My friend, she has this friend that is sort of a bad influence, I would say, because she used to tell me, oh, my friend has this guy and he has this good job in this good company and all
Hmm.
that. I'm like, okay. And
How old are you now?
she was,
How old are you? How old were you? How old were the two of you when you guys first met?
I was 20.
And she was
She was 19. Yeah.
okay. So 2019, and this was so you're what 23 now, and she's now 22.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. How did you guys meet?
Uh, University.
Okay, so you met her. So you met her in college. Okay, very good. So you guys what? You guys met face to face. Things kind of hit it off.
Yeah, I met her face to face. I took her Snapchat
Okay.
and we started talking, and then we went on dates, and she was like all over me. She was in the beginning, it was, and you won't believe me, I never did anything for her. I never bought her a rose. I never bought her any gifts. She would give me gifts all the time.
I believe you.
She would
I
spend,
believe you.
yeah, she would spend so much money, and I wasn't putting any effort, and she was crazy for me. And when I started to put effort, when I started in the end of the relationship, when I started to take it seriously and I told her, I want to be with you, I don't want to be with somebody else, and we can work this out, she would start to do the opposite
Okay.
of it. So in the end, she said like she has expectations because when she broke up with me, it was in July 2024,
Mm-hmm.
and I was very devastated. I was confused. I was emotional. I was
No, you're
very,
emotional. I get it.
I was fucked in the head.
Okay.
And I kept asking her, like, what's the problem? Let's talk it out. Like, because one of the things that she is, it's like she's a very close person. Like, before the breakup, I asked her, like, why are you so distant? Tell me what's on your mind. But she would just sit there without talking. She wouldn't communicate.
Okay.
Because I kept asking, like, I want you to open up, and this has been an issue because if something happens, she would keep it to herself and expect me to figure it out.
Okay.
And sometimes when I ask her repeatedly, she wouldn't even tell me.
Okay.
And yeah, so she told me she has expectations. I said, what is it? Is it the finances? She said she has expectations. She wants to visit this country, that country, blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't know about that, but I want to work this out. I don't want this to over. I value our relationship. I don't want to. I see a future. I want to build something meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
But she said, like, I can't continue being your girlfriend, but we can be friends for now.
Oh boy. All right, let me
Yeah.
stop you right there. We can be friends. Let me ask you a few questions here. When did her behavior start changing? Like when did you start to see a difference in the way she treated you? Because you said in the beginning
Yeah.
she was all over you, she love bombed you, etc.
Yeah. It was 4 months
So 4 months
before
in.
the breakup. Yeah.
So
Before the breakup.
4 months before the breakup, she started
Yeah.
acting differently.
And I
That
kind of picked it up because I've been in casual relationships, but this is a girl that I thought that I would marry and I would be with her and all that. So I was paying very close attention, and I kind of knew her on with her behavior that okay, there's something wrong.
okay. So I think I've got this diagnosed already. Here's a reality you're gonna have to deal with. She knew she was going to
Yeah.
break up with you 4 months before she
Yeah.
broke up with you. Okay. She knew she was going to dump you. That is when her behavior changed. Okay. And for those of you guys listening, if a woman's behavior suddenly changes in terms of the way she treats you, if all of a sudden she starts taking a little bit longer to answer text messages, she's not around as much, her phone is off, she's whatever the case may be, that is the very moment where she decided to break up with you. Now, you would probably ask, well, if she knew she was going to break up with me 4 months ago, why didn't she do it 4 months ago? And the answer is this is just how women operate. Okay, women, you have to understand something, Tesvelo, is that most relationships a woman has, regardless of the seriousness, whether it's marriages, dating, situationships, fuck buddies, whatever the case may be, most female relationships overlap with one another, okay? Because I can almost guarantee you that when she met you, she was probably talking to somebody else. When she decided she liked you more than him, that's when she decided to end things with him. Only when she was 100% sure that you would commit to her did she let go of that previous branch. And this might be hard to hear, but she has found someone else, Tesvelo. She found someone else. At the 4-month mark, okay, 4 months before she broke up with you, she started to take interest in a guy she really liked. So she started putting effort into that guy. That's when you started to notice the change in behavior. But she's not going to break up with you and go with that guy, because at that point, she doesn't know if that guy wants to be with you or be with her or not. Well, 4 months in, she figured out, okay, I can be with this guy. That's when she broke up with you. So you are going to have to understand, and I want you to understand this loud and clear. No matter what you think, no matter what anybody tells you, she found someone else. This is why she broke up with you. Women almost never break up with you unless they have found someone to replace you. She found your replacement 4 months before she broke up with you. During that 4 months, she probably love bombed that guy too. She probably spent a lot of time with him. She probably bought him stuff, but only when she was 100% sure that he would commit to her did she actually have the gall to break up with you. Let me ask you another question. Who was the first to angle for a relationship? Was it you or her? Did you ask her to be your girlfriend, or did she ask you to be her boyfriend?
I was playfully teasing her about, you got to be my girlfriend and stuff. I was just teasing. I wasn't being like, okay, you have to be my girlfriend in a serious tone. I was just being playful in the beginning by saying, oh, if you want that, you have to be my girlfriend.
Okay, but deep down you were serious.
Yeah, because
let me stop you. Let me stop you right there. See, deep down, you knew you were serious. I got news for you, Tesvelo. So did she. She knew you were serious. And this is a mistake that we often make. Number one, you should never be the first to angle for a relationship. Okay. If a girl really likes you, she will angle to be your girlfriend before you angle to be her boyfriend. Okay. So by sort of broaching that subject, well, in order to have whatever it is she asked for, you've got to be my girlfriend. That was the very moment where she discovered, oh, okay, he wants me to be his girlfriend. So when did she actually agree to be your girlfriend? Was this spoken about? Did you guys agree upon it, or did it just happen?
No, one day, it was like after a month of when we met, she said like, okay, I had some time to think. I asked my friend that she has that one friend that so she asked her like, hey, should I be his girlfriend? And she told me she was talking to her a whole day, and she decided that, yeah, sure, she can be my girlfriend. So that's how she told me that day.
Okay. The point is that you put it out there first. In the future, when you meet a girl you like, do not angle for commitment first. And the reason why I tell you this, Tesvelo, is because when you ask a girl to be your girlfriend before she asks to be your boyfriend, what this does is this prevents you from setting boundaries, standards, and expectations. Okay? When you angle for commitment first with a girl, you are directly telling her that she has fulfilled all of the requirements necessary to secure your commitment. You understand what I mean? And when that happens, you can't set boundaries, standards, and expectations. Let's talk a little bit about her habits, okay? Does your ex-girlfriend have social media?
Yeah.
Okay. Which social media? Does she have Instagram, Snapchat? What does she have?
She started using Snapchat because of me. I mean, that's what she told me. She told me she doesn't use Snap. She installed it just
tell me what social media she has.
Snapchat, Instagram, okay. Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
WhatsApp.
Okay. Does she go out? Does she go out with her friends? Does she go to parties? Does she drink? Does she go to the club?
No.
What does she do?
No.
Okay. Does she travel?
Nope.
Okay. So she doesn't travel. So, pardon me. So she doesn't travel. She doesn't go out. So so the whole time she was with you, she never went out. What does she do when she's not physically with you?
She likes going out with her friend, which is a girl that I told you that she is best friends with her.
And what do they do? Where do they go when they go out?
Coffee. They usually go for a coffee.
Let me stop you right there, Tesvelo. Yeah, let me stop you right there, Tesvelo. Your girlfriend was not going and having coffee with her friend. Okay. I'm sure she did every once in a while. Okay. But when girls are friends, they don't, let's hang out and go have coffee every day. No. And listen, I don't know what they did, but whatever they did introduced her to other guys. Okay. So she doesn't travel. She doesn't travel. She has social media. She does have social media, and she goes out with a friend. Tell me about her friend. So you say that her friend is a bad influence. Why do you think her friend is a bad influence?
Her friend is super, like, she's not feminine, but she likes to fool around with guys. And a lot of characteristic that she has, she got it from her. Even, yeah, I would say that. And her friend, she doesn't like me, basically, because, I don't know, but me and her just don't go well.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, why is it that you want her back? Because your first message was, Donovan, you got to tell me how to get my ex-girlfriend back. You said she dumped you back in July, correct? July of 2024?
July, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
So we got July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Tesvlo, it has been 9 months. It has been 9 months since she broke up with you. And again, I'm not trying to make fun of you here, but I want you to tell me why you want her back. How does she benefit your life? Is she an asset, a liability? I don't want to get too far in the weeds, but just tell me, why do you want her back?
So I've tried dating after the breakup. I mean, for the first 2 months, I was pretty fucked up. I wasn't
Sure. And that's
able
natural.
to-
Listen, that's natural. When you're with, and again, I've been through this plenty of times. It's hard for me to eat after a breakup, right? Like you can't eat. All you
feels
can
like
do is
you're
drink.
dying. It
Yeah.
feels like
Yes.
everything's empty. You don't have any purpose. You're like, what's gonna happen? Like, you're not gonna make it in life either, because it's just one of the worst things you can go through. And on top of it, what was happening is, after the breakup, she said she wants to be friends, and I knew this, that being friends with a girl is just not gonna work.
Sure.
So I kept telling her no, but I was still chit chatting over the phone. So she kept calling me.
Okay.
I didn't initiate contact with her except 1 or 2 times,
Okay.
but she kept calling me, and it was a pattern where she would disappear. She would call out of the blue after 1 or 2 weeks, crying.
Yep.
Like, are you okay?
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. The only reason she called you is because she got lonely or her guy wasn't paying attention. So she would go 1 or 2 weeks and then call you crying. You want to know why she's calling you crying? Because the guy that she is currently fucking, maybe he cheated on her, maybe he said something to her that she didn't like. What happens is when your ex-girlfriend gives you a call out of the blue and she's crying for whatever reason, there's a 99.9% probability that whoever she is fucking or seeing on the side isn't quote unquote acting right. And because she knows that you want to get back with her, she knows that you're going to give her all the validation she needs. And I need you to understand that by talking to her, you are putting yourself in the friend zone. So again, I want you to answer me this question. Why is it that you want her back?
It's because I find myself very compatible with this girl. It's not
Why?
like she's the most beautiful girl I've ever been with.
Okay.
She is average at best, but the time that I've spent with her, the type of conversations, and, like, basically I just, like a puzzle, like when things happen.
No, I understand.
Yeah, so I just loved the company. I loved the way she loved me, and I've how can I say this? I have ignored the looks department, so to speak,
Sure.
because for me, I was like, okay, if we're compatible, if we're easygoing, if she's easygoing, easy to get along with type of girl, and I always am happy with her, then I don't want to let this go. So I've communicated to her, like, look, I don't want this to end. I want to be with you. I want to work things out, and I've begged. I was emotional. I've had tears in my eyes when
Of
I was
course.
talking to her,
Of course. No, I get it. I understand.
and she kept rejecting me.
Okay.
She said like, no, I don't want anything to do with you. You're selfish. You're narcissistic. And I have no clue why she said those things.
Those are just excuses, Tesvlo or
She
Telsvo.
said
Those are just
more.
excuses.
She said she started acting like I'm beneath her because after the breakup, not. I was showing a lot of weaknesses. I wasn't acting from a place of strength. I
Okay.
was acting from a place of desperation
Okay.
and weakness, basically, because I was kind of begging and this stuff. So she started taking jabs at me. She blocked me like 3 times. She would block me, unblock me, call me, block me, unblock me, and I kind of got fed up of it because I started looking on YouTube like what's the best way to get an X back because I found a number of coaches. They say you got to go into no contact for a couple of months. You gotta. So I started no contact, but because of my emotional state and I was all fucked up, I broke after 1 week
Okay.
because she would send me a text on Instagram and unsend it so I
Yep.
can get the notification.
Yep.
So I get hopes up like, okay, oh, she's still interested. So I break the no contact caller. She would miss call me and I assumed that it was a call. So I called her back. And when I called her back, she would say, oh, I was just sleeping. It was nothing. I know. I was just like, okay, what the fuck? And it's that pattern is still going on. Like last month she missed called me and I ignored it because I got tired of because I even still in January I was on the phone call with her for 4 to 5 hours. I told her we can still work this out. I still want you. We can whatever. Don't worry about the external factors. We can work through this. I don't see myself with somebody else. But she would say, no, go do this for somebody else, like reject it all over. And then she would miss call me again.
Yep. Yeah. So let's back up to where you sought advice. Did you hire a dating coach? Like, and you don't have to
No.
say anybody's name, but what kind of advice did you hear on how or get on how to get your ex-girlfriend back?
Can I say the name? If is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, so on YouTube, I've been following Corey Wayne. Corey Wayne, I mean, his advice is pretty solid, but he says like you got to walk away and never look back and stuff. I also found another coach which said you got to do no contact for a couple of months and then reach out when the
Okay, and
emotions
which coach was that? Because Corey Wayne gave you solid advice when he says walk away and never look back. But listen, I get it, Telsvo. I get it. It's very easy for someone like, and I got people in my chat right now giving me all of the giving you all the meathead red pill advice. Just leave her, bro. You lost frame. I understand that's easier said than done. It's very easy for me, who is emotionally detached from the situation, to say, just leave her, bro. That's all you need to know. But having been through what you have been through multiple times, I understand that it's not easy to quote unquote just leave her. So now I need to know what was the dating coach or the dating expert or whoever you hired or didn't hire, who told you to go no contact and then reach out after a couple of months?
there were two of them. One of them was called Lee, Coach Lee.
Okay.
He said like if you do no contact for 3 months and you still don't hear from her, you can do like a Hail Mary and call her and see if she still has some interest left. And there's also another guy on Instagram who told like every 3 months you can try one time.
Oh my God.
To,
Okay. All right. That's
his name is Benny.
okay.
Yeah.
Listen. Telsvo, I've got this figured out. First of all, and I need you to hear me loud and clear, you are not going to want to accept this, and this is probably going to sting. Your relationship with her is over, okay? She does not feel the same way about you as she did when you guys first met. That's the first thing. Number two, whoever told you, when you look up advice, how to get my ex back, you got the information you wanted from Coach Corey Wayne. He told you to walk away and never look back. But here's what happened, and this happens to everybody. This is not a flaw of your character. This is just how we are. That's not what you wanted to hear, okay? You wanted someone to give you permission to try to get her back, right? But you knew that your approach wasn't working. So the advice that you looked for was the advice that you wanted to hear. For example, when girls say, how can I find a man? How can I keep my boyfriend? How do I get a husband? Well, they go on the internet They go on the internet and they'll find a woman who says, well, listen, if you really want to show a guy you're serious, when you get with him, change your phone number. Don't go to bars. Don't go to clubs. Tell him you love him every day. Cook for him, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? That's not easy for women like that to hear. So what they do is they keep searching for something. They keep searching for solutions that are based on what they want to hear. So then they get all this toxic advice. Well, if you really want to, keep him on edge, if you really want to lock down a husband, you have to be a bitch, or you have to make him think that you're sleeping with other girls. Obviously, that's not the right way to get and keep a husband, because you and I both know that we would reject girls who engage in those activities. Coach Corey Wayne gave you the right advice, but because you weren't really ready to hear or follow that advice, you went and sought out advice you went and sought out the kind of advice you wanted to hear. Okay. Exactly. And this is kind of where you got lost. The answer to your question here, Telesvo, like I said before, your relationship has been over. Okay. You are never, ever, ever going to be in a relationship with this girl again. That's the first thing. Number two, the two of you cannot be friends. Okay. Number three, she knows the two of you cannot be friends. And number four, Telsvo, this woman is playing games with you. When she tells you, go and find somebody else, then she'll missed call you. All she's doing is playing head games with you. You have to understand that women love the rush of men pursuing them. Okay. And it doesn't matter what you're saying. Like, it doesn't matter. You could be the ugliest guy in the world. It doesn't matter where the attention comes from. Girls love attention. And the greatest attention they get is from their ex-boyfriends who want them back. Okay? She knows you want her back because, of course, you've told her this several times. And she is trading on this. She is using this against you to literally play mind games with you. Okay? She is getting off on making you squirm. So, Here is my solution, and I want you to understand, this is not going to be easy to do, but I'm telling you, if you don't do this, you are going to waste an exorbitant amount of time trying to get her back, and when you find out that she is in a relationship, it's going to absolutely devastate you, crush you, and you'll be back to square one, okay? You need to block this girl. You need to do what Corey Wayne told you to do. You need to walk away and don't come back. And listen, I get it. I know this is not easy to hear, and I know it will not be easy to do. But my friend, it's been 9 months, okay? It's been 9 months. You were with this girl for a little while. She broke up with you 4 months after she started seeing somebody else. And make no mistake, she absolutely saw somebody else, okay?
So,
go ahead.
Yeah. Recently, when I told you I had a call with her in January, so I asked her, like, are you seeing someone? And, like, is it, like, she said no. She hasn't seen anyone since the breakup.
She's lying. She's lying.
Okay.
Yeah, she's lying.
Because you said before that, okay, she already found a replacement and then she dumped you, because I've had no evidence of her maybe talking, but being with any other dude.
You have no evidence or new evidence?
No evidence.
Okay,
yeah. No evidence.
Yeah. I understand that there is no evidence, but girls cover this stuff up better than we do. Okay? She is listen, she is absolutely seeing somebody else, and she's been seeing somebody else for the last 9 months. You need to understand that girls don't have the strength to walk away from relationships unless they started another one first, okay? This is why it took her 4 months to break up with you. She wanted to make damn sure that when she let go of you, that she would have another branch to hold on to. That is when she actually squeezed the trigger. When a woman breaks up with you here in 2025, 248% of the time it is because they are seeing someone else. So when you ask her, are you seeing somebody else? And she says no, she is absolutely lying. Don't ask her if she's seeing someone else. Assume that she already is, okay? Like I said, This relationship is over. There is no way to get her back. Now, here's the thing. You might be able to get her back, but it's not going to be for a while. It's going to be 10 years from now. Because how old is she now? She's what, 22 years old?
Yeah, she's going to be 23.
Yeah, she's about to turn 23 years old. She's in the physical prime of her life. She might reach back out to you when she's 33, right? After 2 engagements, 3 abortions, and maybe 2 baby daddies, right? So at some point, she is going to reach back out to you, but it is not going to be anytime soon. And by the time she actually does reach out to you, you'll be long gone. So what you need to do, Telsvo, and it's not going to be easy, you need to block this girl You need to cut off all contact. And I'm not telling you to cut off all contact to make her think, no, you need to get away from her. You need to get away from her because this girl is going to end up stealing your joy. And here's another thing. Tevlo. I've counseled dozens of men who are in your same position, okay? And every once in a while, in a moment of weakness, the ex-girlfriend calls up, hey, what are you doing? They get together and they have sex. Ex-girlfriend gets pregnant. And now you're saddled with a kid and you're not even sure if that kid is biologically yours, okay? This girl, here's the thing. The reason why you miss this girl is because you miss having sex with her. You can tell me about your connection and getting along with all you want. You don't need a connection. You need sex. And women know that we need sex. And so what she's doing is she's dangling the possibility of sex by calling you up on the phone. She knows she's never going to give it up, but she literally gets off on the fact that every time she texts you, every time she missed calls you, she has your attention, okay? And that's what she gets off on. But you need to truly block her on all apps, all WhatsApp, everything, okay? Block her on Instagram, and again, you need to forget about her. And this is the last piece of advice I'm going to give you. Do not do anything because of her. Don't do it. Don't go to the gym because of her. Don't start dating other women because of her. Don't do things and then halfway sort of put something out there hoping she'll find out about it. You want to know why? She won't care. Number one. Number two, when she hears something about you, she will know that you wanted her to know about it. And if she knows that you wanted her to know about it, she knows that she still has control over you. This is not going to be easy, but you really and truly do need to walk away because here's something I can absolutely guarantee you. If you don't walk away, something bad could really, really happen. And I am deadly serious.
Okay. But I had one or two questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. What you got?
What was the reason? Like, why would she come to a point where she has to end the relationship? Like, is there anything that I can improve on based on that?
No. She didn't leave the relationship because of you. She left the relationship because she found someone that she thinks is better than you. That's it. Period. And again, and keep this in mind. Her girlfriend, who's this bad influence, who's really a bad influence, her girlfriend filled her head full of this stuff. She was probably in her ear about, hey man, this guy, he's not really as established, blah, 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 blah. They were probably out for coffee and she met someone who has a higher perceived value. So in the future, Telsvo, before you decide to commit to a woman, you need to find out about her friend. So let's just say, for example, 3 months from now, you meet a girl and you guys hit it off, right? You guys are sleeping with each other, you're having great sex, nothing serious, just sort of casual, you guys go out and have fun, right? If you start to feel yourself feeling feelings of wanting to commit to her, like I said, don't tell her that. But you really need to learn all about her. You need to start asking the right questions. More importantly, you need to vet her friends because there is no such thing, Telsvo, as a good girl who's friends with a bunch of bad girls, okay? There's no such thing. Like, dude, we have talked and seen women all the time. They have a group of 5 women. They're in a friend group of 5 women. All those other girls are sluts, but I'm different. I don't sleep around. That's why the saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. So her friend was already a red flag, and I can promise you that's probably not the only friend she has. So before you commit to a woman in the future, make sure you vet not only her, vet her friends. Because at the end of the day, Telsvo, she is either going to listen to you or she is going to listen to her friends. What's your next question? Or unless you had anything else to add.
So I've been stuck in this loop ever since July. I'm not able to move forward in life.
I hear you.
I keep hanging on to the idea that, okay, if I do this, if I do that, I'll be able to work things out with her.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing has worked so far, but I'm still from the inside, I still want to reestablish that connection.
I hear you.
And I don't know why, because I've been in relationships before.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I care this much to a degree where I've kept my life on hold for 8-9 months.
Yeah, no, I agree.
For some reason, I'm not able to move forward because of her. And I understand you can say, like, okay, she's miscalling you, she's giving you hints, that's keeping you on the hook. That could be a factor, but it feels, I'm not sure, like, why I'm not able to move forward.
Okay, let me clue you in on something. I listen, I get that you're not able to move forward yet, but it doesn't matter why. Because even if you figure out why you're not able to move forward, that does not negate the fact that you can't move forward. Even if I were to snap my fingers and you would know instantly why you're not able to move forward, that does not change the fact that you do, in fact, need to move forward. In your mind, you're thinking, if I can just figure out why I can't move forward, that will give me the answers to the test. Telsvo, it doesn't matter why you can't move forward. It matters that you can't move forward. But let me paint you a really good scenario. Let me ask you something here. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, let's just say tonight, after we get off this call, your ex-girlfriend gives you a call, right? And she says, you know what? Listen, I love you. I want to get back with you. I want to pick up right where we left off. I want to continue with the future plans, right?
Yeah.
She comes over and you guys make up and everything. Think of the first, what are the first 3 questions? Think of just 3 questions you'll ask her if you guys get back together. What's the first question that comes to mind that you would want to know from her?
Have you been with somebody else
There
after?
you go. And what do you think she is going to tell you?
Well, she said no.
Okay, no.
time.
I know. And I know she said no. But if she's in front of you, and again, that's your instinct. Have you been with anyone else? And when you say, have you been with anyone else, what you're asking is, have you had sex with anyone else? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. What do you think she is going to tell you when you ask her that?
I would.
No. It is a yes or, say you said you would hope that she said no. Now, why would you hope that she said no?
Because I wouldn't be with her if she'd done something. I don't know.
No. You're right. You wouldn't be with her if you found out that she had sex with someone else.
Yeah, most probably.
Right? Is it fair to say that she probably knows that too? Is it fair to say? That she knows that if you ask her, have you had sex with anyone since we broke up? Is it fair to say that she knows if she answers truthfully, which is yes? Is it fair to say she probably knows that that's what would happen?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have to be logical about this. If she really and truly wants to get back with you, why would she tell you the thing that would make you want to break up with her if you actually asked her that, right? So now we have to ask the question, is your ex-girlfriend more motivated to tell you the truth or more motivated to lie to you?
The second one.
Right, she is more motivated to lie to you. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, she lies. She says, no, I haven't had sex with anyone else. Are you going to believe her?
Not fully.
No, it's either yes or no. You can't be a little bit pregnant. You either believe her or you don't. Right?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I would believe
Of course you wouldn't believe her. You just told me that if you found out that she had sex with someone else, that you would not want to be with her. We also agreed that if she were to call you tonight and say she wanted to reconcile, if she came over to your place, the first question that came to your mind, you didn't even think about it, Telsvo. Well, have you been with anyone else, right? You and I can agree that that's the first question. You and I can also agree that she is aware of the fact that if she tells you that she has slept with someone else, that you would break up with her again, like you wouldn't want to be with her, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be with her.
Of course not. So I think what you're looking for at this point is, and again, I've been here. You want her to lie to you, and you want her to believe it. And the reason why you want her to lie to you is because you don't want to have a real reason to not be with her. You want her to lie to you. You want her to. There's a song called "Tell Me Lies, Tell Me Sweet Little Lies," right? I've been with girls before. I've been with girls who have told me, no, there's nobody else. And I know that they're lying to me, right? But it makes me feel good in the moment because I really can't prove whether she was with someone or not, right? Like, okay, she told me she hasn't slept with anyone, but I can't prove it. It's almost like you're purposefully burying your head in the sand. The worst relationship of my life, I actually confronted this girl. I asked her, have you cheated on me? I didn't want her to tell me the truth. I wanted her to lie to me. Hold on. I wanted her to lie to me. I wanted her to lie to me so that I could continue to be with her, sort of willfully blinded. That's what's going to happen here. So let's just say she tells you, no, I haven't slept with anyone else, right? A week from now, you guys are still going strong. All right, at that point, are you 100% that she had not slept with anyone else? No. So now you're back in a relationship with this girl who you still think slept with someone, but you're not 100% sure. Let me let you in on a little secret. The only thing worse than finding out that a girl you're with had sex with someone else, or cheated on you, the only thing worse than knowing she cheated on you is not knowing. Not knowing whether or not she cheated on you, my friend, that will torture you. It will torture you. The idea of another man's penis entering her body again and again and again and again is just something you're not going to be able to stomach. And eventually you're going to start asking other questions. And at some point, the truth is going to come out. Okay. So even in the best case scenario, tells Vo, she calls you up tonight, you guys get back together. Even if she told you what you wanted to hear, you still don't believe her. You still don't believe her.
There would be some trust issues, I would say.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm sorry, but
No, go ahead.
she told me. I mean, I know her because I was with her for almost 2.5, 3 years. She doesn't lie.
Say again?
She said that she doesn't lie.
Yeah,
anything.
Telsvo, listen, I gotta be man to man here. Okay? You may think you know her, but you do not. You don't know her, man. And I get it. Listen, I know this is going to be painful. You can tell me she doesn't lie, but you just sat here and told me that if she told you she wasn't with anybody, that you wouldn't believe her. I know her, Donovan. She would never lie to me. But we both agree that she is more motivated to lie than to tell the truth. What you really need to understand, okay? Women lie. I don't care if they have a body count of 55 or if she was a virgin when she met you. Virginal women also lie too. And here's another thing you got to understand. Women do what's easy. They never do what's hard, okay? So if you ask her, have you slept with someone else? She's not going to do the hard thing and tell you yes, no. She's going to take the easy way out, okay? I am here to tell you, you can say that you know her and you can say that she doesn't lie. My friend, she lies, okay? She's already told you that she hasn't been with anyone. I guarantee you this is a lie. Let me ask you this. She told you on the phone that she hasn't been with anyone else, right? Do you believe that she hasn't been with anyone else?
Not fully.
Oh, no, it's either yes or no. Do you believe that she's telling? Okay, so you already believe she's lying to you. And if you think she's lying to you, my friend, this is over with.
That's the reason why I asked her in January, like, have you been with someone? Like, are you seeing somebody else? Is that why you don't want to work things out? She said, no, I haven't been with anyone.
Yes, she is lying. No, listen, she is lying to you. She's lying to you. You need to get that. And again, don't take it personally. It's not like she's lying to you to be malicious or to be vindictive. No, the reason she's lying to you is because deep down, even though she doesn't love you like she used to, she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. Okay? Number one. Number two, she knows that if she tells you that she has been sleeping with someone, all that free attention she's been getting for the last 9 months goes right out the door. Okay? She knows that she has to keep on this facade of being a good girl. That's the only reason why you want to get back with her. The only reason why you want to get back with her, Telsvo, is because you are hanging on to that little sliver of hope that she might, beyond all reasonable doubt, beyond all hope, she might be telling you the truth about the fact that she isn't sleeping with someone. But we all know she was. Even you told me I don't fully believe her. I don't fully believe her.
There were signs of her, like after a breakup, after 2 months, she would all of a sudden call me in the middle of the night saying, can we work this out? Like,
yes. Do you want to know what happened? Do you want to know what happened? You want to know what happened? When your ex-girlfriend calls you all of a sudden in the middle of the night and says, can we work this out? That means there's trouble in paradise. That means her new relationship isn't doing what she wanted it to do. See, now she needs you as a safety blanket. She doesn't have a safety blanket with this new guy, okay? You were that guy's safety blanket. So when she calls you in the middle of the night, hey, can we work this out? It's not because she just woke up in the middle of the night and said, you know what? I think I want to call Telsvo and let him know that I want to work things out. She probably called you to work things out because the guy that she's sleeping with probably cheated on her. That's why she called you. Anytime she calls you in the middle of the night is because there's trouble in paradise, my friend.
And after 3 days, she would disappear.
There you go. And you want to know why after 3 days she would disappear? Is because while you're trying to reconcile things with her, she's also reconciling things with the other guy. You want to know why she disappears? Is because she's reconciled the things with the other guy. And then 2 weeks later, in the middle of the night, out of the blue, she's going to give you a call again and say, let's work things out. Let me ask you a question here, Telsvo. How many times has she called you in the middle of the night and told you she wanted to work things out?
One time. That's it.
Yeah, there you go. One
She would
time.
miscall me. She would call me, give me excuses like, "Oh, I had a dream about you," like stupid excuses to call me, which was I was like, "Okay, I'll start to uh, you know,
Entertain.
start to reattract her and stuff like that because
Yeah.
that's what I learned from Corey Wayne and all the coaches that somewhere along the line you fucked up. You weren't acting as masculine as you're supposed
Yeah.
to be, and
Stop
the
right there. Stop
polarity.
right there. Stop right there. I'm here to tell you any dating coach any dating coach that does not tell you to completely walk away from a woman who has broken up with you is a fraud. Okay? That is a fraud. This is fraudulent information. Okay? Any dating coach, if somebody were to call a dating coach and say, my girlfriend broke up with me, how do I get her back? Any dating coach that gives you even a sliver of hope that it is possible to get your girlfriend back, that's not a dating coach. That is someone who wants your money. Because if they tell you, and think about this, they're financially incentivized to tell you that you can get her back. You want to know why? Because you'll buy one more consultation. You'll continue to talk to them. You'll buy another book, another course, how to get my girlfriend back, steps 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Telling men like yourself you need to walk away from relationships, that is not as profitable as telling men that there is a chance that you could get your girlfriend back. Okay? You and I have been on this call now for 46 minutes. For 46 minutes.
Wow.
I'm not. Yes. I've been talking to you for 46 minutes. Okay. You saw I charged $225 for a half an hour. All right. Half of 225. I'm not a mathematician. That's what, $112.50. Okay. So I'm giving you $337.50 worth of advice. And I'm telling you, walk away, my friend. It's not profitable for me to do that. If I were really trying to help you out, I would be giving you the advice that I'm giving you right now. But any dating coach that tells you that it is possible to get an ex-girlfriend back is not a real dating coach, my friend. Coach Corey Wayne gave you that golden advice in the beginning, but like most of us, we didn't want to hear that because you probably weren't ready to hear that. But Telsvo, it's been 9 months, okay? And you might not think you're ready to hear this advice, but trust me, you gotta be. You gotta be. This woman is playing you. She is 100% playing you. The only reason why she reaches out to you is to get free attention. That's it. She wants to know that Go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out because I thought that she had genuine interest, but no, she was just looking for validation.
There it is.
Attention.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. Please don't get me wrong. I know. And I want you to understand. I have been where you are. I understand the jolt of energy and the jolt of hope, the butterflies you get in your stomach when you see that text or when you see that missed call. Like that is a dopamine. And I know it, dude. I know that is a dopamine rush unlike any other. This girl that I've been trying to get back for 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a text message that can become very, very addictive. But I'm telling you right now, you absolutely need to walk away from this girl because if you don't, it's going to get very, very bad very quickly. What was your second question?
No, that's it. I mean,
okay.
I appreciate you for giving this advice.
Absolutely. And listen, I appreciate you. I appreciate you calling in. And like I said, man, just understand like the advice that I gave you today, it's not easy to follow. Okay. It's not easy to follow. I know it's going to be difficult to just forget about her, but here's another piece of advice I'd give you. Let it sting, right? Think about the good times. Let it sting. And if you have to have a good cry where no one can see you. Let the pain, you got to let the pain in. Don't try to block out the pain with delusions that you two might get together. Okay. She is 1000% having sex with someone else. She is using you for what she is doing. She is using you for all of the attention without getting any of the sex. But then the reason why she calls you in the middle of the night is because she's only getting sex from the guy that she's fucking, but not getting the attention. That's where you come in. She's not showing genuine interest. She is showing genuine interest in attention. So again, I know it's going to be very difficult and you need to understand this will not be easy, but this has to be done, my friend.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, very good. Well, thanks for calling in, Teslo, and hopefully we hear from you soon. Hopefully we get an update, man.
Sure, thank you, dude.
No problem, man. All right, well, yeah. I mean, like I understand, like I get it, I mean, dude, that's a tough situation to be in. It really, really is. But guys, who among us haven't been in that situation? You know what I mean? Like, dude, I've been broken up with before, and man, that shit fucking sucks. Man, that shit sucks. Like, when a girl dumps you, that is some painful ass shit, man. I get it. I understand. I do. I get it. Let me read these super chats here. Reverend Brown with the $5 super chat says he lost masculine frame after the breakup. Fatal mistake. He actually lost frame long before the breakup. Robert Eliezer with the $10 super chat says, where does this young man live? Let's see if anyone lives in his area to hit the gym together. Yeah, Telsvo, if you're still in the chat, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead. Let's try and help Telsvo out. Absolutely. No problem at all. Let's go ahead and do a chat-wide age and location check. And the reason I'm doing this for Telsvo, okay? I'm doing this for Telsvo. Wait, am I saying that correctly? Telsvo. Wait a minute. Yeah, Telsvo. Yeah, I did. Right? I'm doing this for Telsvo. Let's put your age and location in the chat. Maybe if Telsvo, gets a hold of someone, maybe you guys can get, maybe you guys can get together and go to the gym. But what you're going to have to do, Telsvo, is you're going to have to distract yourself. You need to distract yourself because right now you're alone with your thoughts. You got to stay busy. Staying busy is dude, it's a cheat code. It's a cheat code. King Colonel says, I went through a hard breakup. I started doing a lot of drugs and drinking a lot of alcohol. I lost a lot of money. It took me a long way to find my way out. I wish I knew about Donovan Sharpe. Yeah, that's just how it is, man. That's how it is. King Life with the $2 super chat says, W advice, Donovan. Yeah, listen, man. Yeah. And yeah, listen, man, I would love for him to call back in the future, man. I really, really would. Because somebody needs to, listen, we need someone to hold us accountable, man. And I know this advice is not easy to hear. And dude, I'm sorry this happened to you. Oh my God, it fucking sucks because oh my God. I know how it feels, man, because I fucking been there too many fucking times, man. I got it. I totally understand. So I totally empathize with this situation. But you're only 20, but you're 23, 24 years old, man. Okay? And Don DeMarco to you, Telsvo. Because I got a lot of men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who says, man, Donovan, if I knew about you in my 20s, my life would be different. Guess what? You are in your early 20s, and you know who I am. You know who I am. That is good for you. Good for you, man. Good for you. I hope it works out for him. I really, really do. I really, really do. All right, let us, so I'm not going to break down the entire episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, but we are going to start episode 47. Oh, that's not it. We are going to start episode 47 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Wait, where's my other? Hang on a second. Sorry about this, guys. I thought I had this. Ah, there it is. Shout out to the lovely and talented Devin who hooked your boy up. With... All right, so now we are going to do Pop the Balloon or Find Love featuring... Oh, man. Damn it. Thought I was going to do like this grand reveal. But that fell flat. Featuring the bingo card. Oh no, I can't do the bingo. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That was fraudulent. That was a lie. I can't do bingo because I think it's all women. All right. Without further ado, let's get this party started. Cue the porn music.